How you guys doing? My yard needs work. Yep, I know. Some stuff there. Pull some weeds there, on there and stuff. But, this is what I'm doing here. Basically, got the 350. It's the Camaro Z28 with LT1 350. So we're currently kind of. Of course, we got the vehicle jacked up, and the motor is basically completely. The front end is completely disconnected from the car. All the electronics, the hoses, the brake lines. We got the brake lines. Oh, yeah, there's the brake lines. We took them now too. Yeah, there's the brake lines right here. Actually, we gotta find a way to wiggle these. When the motor comes out, there's a throttle cable, all the vacuum lines, the PCV. It's gonna be fun figuring out how to hook up all these vacuum lines again. There's the fuel nozzles, and there's our fuel injectors sitting there with the intake manifold. I don't think it's gonna be that complicated. I can actually simplify it with some PCV silicone hoses, silicone type style hoses, and just connect everything to where it needs to go with the diagram there. I think the electronics is going to be the most difficult part of this whole situation. I think we got this disconnected from the brake booster as well too, so that we can move it around and access the lines a little bit better. I think this one was disconnected, and this one was disconnected with the two front end, with the front end here that's going to come out. All right. So show you what we're doing underneath here. So we got the K member disconnected. I'll show you. And we also got the strut bolts disconnected. I'm actually trying to get it to reseat right now, which I'm having some difficulty with, but a lot of that's gonna have to do with letting the front end down, so that the more you let this down, the more it's gonna push in and you get the right spot, and then you're gonna have to set the frame down on top of it. As well as down here with the K member. We got all the K member bolts disconnected. This is the first one right here, and it's gonna go into here. You see? And I'll show you a little closer. You can't really see it from here. Right here. That's where it's gonna match up. Okay? Yep, excuse me. Right here. I'd say here is the first one, the short one. And then the longer two is gonna be this one and this one right here. They got the little I ain't got two hands, but these things right here, you can see them. See? Yeah. And where the K member's gonna go into on both sides. And on the other side as well too. Here's the transmission. Obviously you can tell there's been some oil been leaking on it, and this oil from the engine, which is what caused the engine starvation to begin with. And here's our access to the torque converter and the flex plate. And here's the shift cable. It sits right here. And then it's gonna come in here, right? We ain't got the two transmission bolts to hold the rest of the shift cable on. It ain't gonna want to bolt on anyways, because it's not, the transmission is dropped a considerable degree to where it's supposed to be in reference to the frame. So we got the cross member off, and we got a little jack just holding the transmission up right there. That's going to be an issue. We're trying to find a mounting area for the transmission so we can jack it up, and we're going to get this cross member right here put back on, and transmission seated back in place. And there's our exhaust hanging there. We ain't got the torque arm on it or the drive shaft connected to the rear end back there. Overall, I'm just kind of learning this car as I'm taking the engine apart, and we're gonna swap this engine out for a new one. Or I'm thinking about I should just take the block down to a machining shop and have them machine it down to factory specs, and then you have an engine with 0 miles on it, and, you know, and go from there. I think this car is worth it. It's a classic, and I definitely want to put a ton of money into it. So Got the jack stands right here. Holding up the front end. And then you got the K member right as well. Being held up. Right, I got it held with the jack at this point. But we're actually gonna want to let it down quite a bit, and let's see what we're gonna do. Wait, I'm out. I gotta use both my hands.